Yeah. Howdy. Welcome on into the pre-show before the free show. Computer started reading the drive the moment that I needed to click on something, and that did not work.
It's good. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the pre-show before the free show. I'm Greg. That's Ashley. We're having some technical difficulties because it's a day that ends in Y, and that's what we do around here. We're very good at that. There's football today. Probably going to be rainy football today, but we're going to talk about that all day today on the program. I got a picture that Max is running around in his galoshes and splashing around in puddles. That is one thing. I think I've mentioned this before, but Peppa Pig is a real deterrent for this because they splash around in muddy puddles, and I don't need muddy puddles. Not working?
Nope.
Too bad.
I don't know what you did.
No. All right, Pickle. I guess I'll just explain it. Because it's sad because we had a video for it, but it's just not working, apparently. That's the technical difficulties we're dealing with. Dateline. Peru. Believe Lima, Peru.
That's the capital.
Thank you, Geography Whiz. Pickle, there was it's the end of football season down there, end of soccer season down there in the Peruvian League, in League One down there. And there was a big game last night.
Okay.
Between Universitario and their bitter rivals, Alianza. Okay?
Got it. I'm locked in.
Universitario and Alianza. They hate each other. Okay?
Yes.
Hatfields and McCoys. This is arch rivalry stuff, okay? So, they were in, this is the final, and they play three, basically like they play two games, right? First leg, they went to Universitario.
Okay.
They're at Universitario. And Universitario came away with a 1-1 draw, okay? So they go play the second leg at Alianza, and Universitario wins 2-0 to win the league crown. Okay? Their 26th, their record 26th league title. They win it, and they got to win it on their rival's turf.
Let's go.
Right? That's great.
Big time.
It's not just winning the title, it's winning the title at the team in front of all the fans who hate you the most. Okay? Exceptional stuff. Alianza didn't take this well.
Not good.
Oh, no. It's great because you're about to become an Alianza fan.
Okay.
As soon as the referee blows for full time and the celebration begins for Universitario, they shut off the stadium lights.
That rocks.
Just, we're done.
Like how most teams do with the scoreboard if they lose.
Right. They shut off. The whole stadium goes dark, so they can't celebrate.
Do you know who would love that more than anything in the world? Who maybe you saw this from, but our chief petty officer, Ishmael Johnson.
Yeah, we should. I wonder if we should call him in. I'll ask him in a break. But that rocks.
Yeah, that's
safety
hazard. Yes.
You should.
Petty.
You should
fantastic.
absolutely. We are pro petty here on this show, as you know, and that rocks. That's exactly. That's the
energy.
That's
we're looking
heel
for.
stuff right there. That's like, that's uncut heel stuff. That's excellent. Like, don't let your rivals be happy, and especially don't let there be like. It just strikes me as somebody who's like, oh no, they're about to be happy. Somebody in stadium operations, and they go, well, I have control over one thing here.
I was gonna say his one job is being light guy, and he's like, you know what? Now I've had enough.
Be like, maybe I get fired, but
I also could become a hero.
I'm a hero forever. Every Alianza fan is like this guy rocks. This guy like 100%.
If they fire light guy, there will be a angry mob.
Yes, there will be an angry mob. Oh, Mallory's closing the door. Were we too loud? I don't know. She's mad at us.
I think she forgot that we're a little scatterbrained around here right now.
But yes, it was Alianza were expected to clinch a third consecutive Liga Uno trophy after a 1-1 first leg draw, but were undone by Universitario and decided for a hilariously petty response.
That's so funny.
Shout out to you, Alianza. The Alianza Stadium operations. This week's Texas Football Today Listener of the Week. Hit the theme, Expo. Yes, y'all! From the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful Lewisville, Texas, it is Texas Football Today, a show that's ready for some playoff football. Texas playoff football today. Just imagine we put the word playoff right there. My name's Greg Tepper. I'm the managing editor of Dave Campbell's Texas Football magazine, TexasFootball.com, a corresponding website. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you're watching us live, TexasFootball.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all the places, or you'll show us in the podcast, which you can subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part. Support your local mediocre internet show. I am sitting in this chair over here next to this television, sitting over there in a chair over there in front of a computer screen and like a whole slew of equipment that I don't understand. She's the executive producer of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. The Duchess of the Dorks, Ashley Pickle.
Howdy, friends.
That's
Happy game day.
That's a sweet San Elizario shirt.
Dude, it's my favorite. It's so soft. Like this is peak level softness.
Mm-hmm.
When I need a good like pick me up in the morning, I'm like, it's San Elizario shirt day.
Shout out. Go Eagles. Today is Thursday, November 9th, 2023. 2 weeks
Whew.
to Thanksgiving.
Sweating.
So my wife asked me this yesterday.
My
She was
wife.
like, "Is Thanksgiving just early this year?" And I was like, "Yeah,
everything
it
is.
is. Everything's early because Thanksgiving, you don't know, it's the third Thursday of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go back to what the first Thursday of the month was, it was the second.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday the 2nd. So as a result, everything shifts up. And so we were only 2 measly weeks away from the best day of the year.
Gut prep starts now.
Oh yeah, you got to start. Do what you need to
bit
do
of bigger portions.
to prepare your body.
Yeah.
And I would say prepare your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare your body and prepare your spirit for the best day of the year. You've got 2 weeks. It's just enough time, but you got to start now.
But get excited. If you're not excited, now's the time to get excited.
Happy birthday to Nick Lachey. Happy birthday also to Vanessa Lachey.
Very odd.
They are married, and they have the same birthday.
Honestly, it makes it easy. It's like a second Christmas, like a gift exchange.
Yeah, but it's too close to Christmas.
Yeah, that also is a thing that you don't want to have double wife and husband birthday in holiday season. Period.
I mean, it works if you're rich.
They are very rich.
If you are imagine because I have kids who were born December 3rd and December 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jesus was born on the 25th.
Yeah, you did. It
was
there
bad.
Was a lot
it was
of
a bad
things
idea.
That
All this was a bad idea.
Did not go well.
All of it.
Happy birthday too to Miss Terry Adams.
Oh,
Happy birthday,
Miss Terry Adams. Happy birthday, Miss Terry. That's a DCTF Live OG.
Correct.
The short list of OGs. It's episode 1689. On today's show, folks, big show, big beefy show. We got your top 10 games to watch this week in the Texas high school football playoffs, including a number of them you can watch on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Then we're going to roll out the 25 semifinalists for the most prestigious award in Texas high school football, the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Week Award. We've all gotten together and fought about this.
Yes.
And we have our list of 25. It was not fun to put together this list of 25, but we will roll out the 25 semifinalists for the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year Award presented by Kroger in conjunction with our friends at the Tax Act Texas Bowl. And then What if we just predict all 352 UIL Texas high school football playoff games this weekend?
Hee.
All 352. The picks. An irresponsible episode of the picks coming up here at the back half of the program. Do it first, fourth through the door.
We sure do. It was Big Jiggly Water Balloons, jersey number 69, Ant, and Daniel Agnew. Welcome in, fellas.
Welcome in, friends. We appreciate you spending a little bit of your day with us. Alrighty, friends. If you check your watch, as I am doing, you will see that it's playoff time.
Yeah.
It's playoff o'clock in the state of Texas. 352 UIL Texas high school football playoff games scattered hither and yon across the state of Texas. We're going to have picks for all 352 coming up here in just a little bit. But first, Pickle, not all games are created equal. Here's my picks for the top 10 Texas high school football games of the week in by-district play. We start 7 o'clock Friday night at Monroe Stadium in Austin. And I confirmed with Craig Way, it is in Austin. It's not in Leander.
There we go.
As
he had all people would know.
a 6A Division I by-district matchup between the Lake Travis Cavaliers and the Vandergrift Vipers in a game that I think we can all agree is good enough to be like a quarterfinal game. I mean, this is a state-ranked matchup in the first round of the playoffs. You just do not get those. But that's what we've got here. It'll be live on Bally Sports Southwest. Hope you'll tune in because it's Craig Way on the call, Austin Ivan on sidelines, and myself on color commentary. There's a lot to dive into here. Lake Travis is a different team. They are a defense-first squad this year, and their defense has been excellent. Vandergrift's defense has been excellent. The question is going to be who can break through. If you're expecting a shootout, I think you're going to be disappointed because I think this is going to be a really fun, relatively low-scoring contest between two outstanding defenses. I'm really excited for this one on Bally Sports Southwest. I hope you will tune in and hear the broadcast. 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I believe pregame starts at 6 if you want to log in for that. So Lake Travis and Vandergrift going on tomorrow night. Also, let's go Friday night at C.H. Collins Stadium, 7 o'clock in Denton.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
A 5A Division I by-district matchup between the Denton Ryan Raiders and the Lake Belton Broncos. Ryan is a bit of a mystery, but I think what I've settled on with them is that they're pretty good and kind of inconsistent. That's what I've landed on with Ryan. When they play to their paper, they can give anybody a run. Go see what they did with Alito. Right? It's like a 25-19 ball game. Their quarterback, Braden Mussett, has got to have a great game, but their defense has been consistently excellent. Taking on Lake Belton, you know what they're about. Mm-hmm. They have got the number one prospect in Texas, Micah Hudson, but it's going to be about the other guys. It's going to be about their defense, led by Garrett Combs. It's going to be about their quarterback, Elijah Mascarenas. They've got to find a way to get stops on Ryan. This is a fascinating ball game. They're in 5A Division I, Denton Ryan and Lake Belton. You can watch it live on Bally Sports South, you can watch it live on Texan Live. Then let's go to Garden City.
Yeah.
Thursday night. That's tonight. 6:30 p.m. as the Westbrook Wildcats take on the Rankin Red Devils in a 1A Division I by-district matchup. This is a rematch of a game we got back in week 3, I want to say. It was 52-0. Westbrook won. But I think Rankin has gotten better. I think they've established a running game with Barrett Jackson and Angel Gonzalez. And it's hard to beat a good team twice. This would have been, Rankin lost to Borden County in week 11. Otherwise, this would have been a state-ranked matchup in the first round of playoffs. Westbrook, the two-time defending state champs. This is a fascinating matchup. More on this in the picks coming up here in just a moment. Then, let's bounce back up to 6A Division I as this game is going on 7:30 p.m. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. 7 o'clock tonight at Plano's Clark Stadium.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
As the Louisville Fightin' Farmers take on the Allen Eagles in a 6A Division I matchup. This is a rematch of, you remember, last year's first-round playoff game where Louisville kind of smoked Allen.
Yeah.
And Allen, these are two teams that are I think, again, what I've landed on is upside is very high, wildly inconsistent.
Yes.
You almost never know what you're getting with each of these teams.
Which makes this one so, like, the anticipation
man.
for this one's so fun.
Because for Louisville, they have got dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got playmakers that, quite frankly, I just don't think Allen has. Right? Whether they're talking about Ethan Terrell, their quarterback, talking about Viren Ellison, their running back, they've got plenty of playmakers like Jaden Hardy. This team is loaded, but they have not always been consistent, especially offensively. Defense has been pretty good.
Yes.
Allen is a team that has a blowout loss to DeSoto, a blowout loss to C.E. King, a narrow loss to Denton Geyer, a narrow loss to Prosper, right? But when they played, they also have a 20-point win over like Arlington Martin. This is a weird team. But I think what they've done is I think they've figured out what they are. Their quarterback, Brady Bricker, I think is growing into the role. But more importantly, I think they're just running the ball better with Micah Ellis and Amir McDowell. I think they're just running the ball better. And that's always been part of the identity of what they want to be. The defense is okay. It's going to need to be better than okay tonight against Louisville. Fascinating matchup there in 6A Division I.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Then, let's go to 5A Division I. 7 o'clock Friday night at Tigerland Stadium in College Station as the San Antonio Wagner Thunderbirds visit the A&M Consolidated Tigers in a game that I think is too close to call for me. This is a Wagner team that, this is going to stun you guys, but they're running the ball really well. I know. Knock you over with a feather. William Reynolds, Braden Prassey, Jenny Taylor, David Anderson. This is a team that has run the ball exceptionally well. But in their losses, the offense is just like no-show. Like last week against New Braunfels Canyon, they lose 14-7. The offense will just no-show on you. Their defense has been okay. It's been pretty good, about 16 points a game. You can live with that. Their defense is going to need to be ready because this is an offense at A&M Consolidated that is playing really well. Will Hargett, their quarterback, has been very strong, and they've got a really fun group of receivers. Ellis Myers, Peyton Bjork. They've got a fun group of receivers. The College Station defense can be had if you go back to the A&M Consolidated defense can be had if you go back to what College Station did to them. But this offense can light it up, and they're playing better recently. Fascinating matchup down there in College Station between A&M Consolidated and Wagner. And the other thing about that game, I think the winner of that game is going to get full share, right?
Yep.
Interesting matchup there for Wagner and Consolidated. Then, let's go to Mansfield. 7 o'clock tomorrow night at Vernon Newsom Stadium in Mansfield.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
It is the Mansfield Timberview Wolves taking on the Frisco Wakeland Wolverines. Oh, it's Wolves versus Wolverines. I just put that together. So Timberview is 9-1, and your reward for dropping a game to Richland is that you got to take on Wakeland in the first round of the playoffs. And this is a Wakeland team that I think is different gravy. I think this team is serious business, and I love this quarterback. I've been a big fan of Brennan Meyer, their quarterback, for his entire high school football career, which is like 700 years. Been a huge fan of his, and I feel like he's taken a really nice step. The other thing about this Wakeland team that excites me is that they make plays defensively that I think they're going to be able to give this Timberview defense the offense some trouble. They get after the quarterback. They've got 25 sacks on the year. They've picked off 6 passes. Like, this is a really interesting ball club in Wakeland. Taking on a Timberview team that, like, they're a real Rorschach test of what you think. Like, you could tell me that Timberview is actually like one of the second best team in 5A Division II, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, I can see that. You could also tell me that 5A Division I think. You could also tell me that they are a fraud and that they are entirely comprised of like their whole schedule is just nobodies, and I'd be like, yeah, I can see that too. You could say that the one game they've played, when they played Richland, they got beat by 10. More importantly, it's going to be up to that Wakeland defense to slow down Zurich Humes, this outstanding quarterback for Timberview, and this bevy of weapons led by Cameron Bates on the outside. Really intriguing matchup between Wakeland and Timberview there tomorrow night. live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Real treat on that one, too. Our very own Tommy Yarish is driving up from Austin for the
Oh.
game. So Tommy and Ryan Fox will be on the call for that one.
It's a good little booth.
Mhm.
Little booth. Then, I'm really excited about this one.
Yes.
Let's go to Rosenberg, to Trailer Stadium, 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night, as the Fort Bend Marshall Buffaloes visit the Richmond Randall Lions. So, Fort Bend Marshall has had a bizarre season, and I think you can just like break it down like this. This is a team whose offense really and truly comes and goes. In their wins, no notes. Offense has been humming. Plenty of things to like about this team. But in their 2 losses, they have scored a combined 7 points.
Yep.
And by the way, the defense has been lights out.
Mm-hmm.
Defense is giving up 10 points a game. Defense has been excellent. But the offense has been so hit and miss.
And it's literally like boom or bust. They're either going to drop 50 on you or they're not
it's
going
insane.
to score.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if they just can't settle. They bounce between 2 quarterbacks, between Caleb Wright and the sophomore Caden Johnson. They haven't been able to establish like a running game. It's a weird thing. They better be ready for this Richmond Randall team that, if you haven't heard about them, a second-year varsity program, and they're ready for prime time. We featured their running back on the This Week in Recruiting yesterday. This Landon Callis-Williams, this dude, he's a freshman. He's the truth, guys. Mm-hmm. He's averaging 10 yards a carry, 150 yards a game, 17 touchdowns on the year. They can throw the ball a bit, too. It's Tyler Skrabanek is their sophomore quarterback. He's been very strong. He takes care of the football. This team is serious. But that's the money matchup, is this Randall offense against this Marshall defense. The other thing is, can Marshall move the ball? It's a really interesting matchup in 5A Division II. Keep an eye on that one, Randall and Fort Bend Marshall. Then let's stay in the Houston area. It's a huge weekend in Houston. 7 o'clock Friday night at the Berry Center in Cypress.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
It is the Bridgeland Bears, #Maximum Bears,
Maximum Bears,
taking on the Klein Cain Hurricanes in a matchup of 2 relatively young programs and a matchup of 2 teams that I think are going to get after it offensively. Mm-hmm. Bridgeland, this is not the Connor Wigman Bridgeland teams, but Jet Lewis, their quarterback, has been very strong. They've got a strong running back in Kendall Burns, rather. I don't know. This Bridgeland team, I mean, you look at their resume, they're 9-1. Mm-hmm. Their 1 loss in the year is to Shadow Creek. Okay, like pretty decent.
That's not a light district that they made their way through, too, especially this year.
No, absolutely not. They've made their way through. They got a great Week 11 win over Cy Springs. This Bridgeland team is serious, and I think that they are. You know, they got an overtime win over Tompkins. They got a win over Cy Fair in the opener.
That win over Tompkins was huge for a lot of different reasons. They were hyped after that one.
And then they get a win over Cy Falls. And the other thing is that they've won some close games. Yes. So they've been in close games. Now they take on a Klein Cain team that I will say I don't have many notes for the offense. Offense has been excellent, and they're scoring about 39 points a game. I love what they do offensively, especially because I think they've got some really nice balance to their offense. They got a 1,200-yard rusher in Darius Rogers. Their quarterback, Isaac Mooring, can sling it. He's got 15 touchdowns, just 1 interception on the year. But their defense is an issue. It's an issue, and they're going to need to shore up against this Bridgeland attack. Keep an eye on that one. Then, let's go to the northwest corner of Dallas County. 7 o'clock Friday night at Buddy Eccles Field in Coppell.
You ever been there?
Once or twice. As the Coppell Cowboys, at 10-0, welcome in the Denton Geyer Wildcats. Coppell, their 3rd undefeated regular season in program history. What a job that Antonio Wiley has done with this Cowboys ball club. And the thing that has impressed me most of all is that after some early struggles, their defense has woken up. Mm-hmm. Their defense has been excellent recently. Offense has always been there. Barron Tipton, the wide receiver. Edward Griffin, the quarterback. The defense has always been there, but the offense has always been there. The defense is what has really set them apart. Taking on a Denton Guyer team that's 7-3, and is there the issue for them has not been play; it's been that they've been nicked up. Isaac Harney is I believe was their quarterback. Let me make sure I get this right. Their starting quarterback got hurt. And so as a result, they've been on a backup quarterback. Last week against Rockhill, the guy who started they played both of them, Isaac Harney and Landon McLaughlin. We don't know the quarterback situation there. They've been very nicked up on the offensive line. They've been nicked up on the defensive line. Top-end talent's unbelievable. Eli Bowen, playmakers they've got. I think this sophomore or this junior running back, Ahmad Yusuf, is a real star. And this wide receiver, Josiah Martin, on the outside is a stud as well. How healthy are they? Can they find a way past Coppell defense? Can Coppell make sure the moment's not too big for them? Fascinating game there, Denton Guyer and Coppell. And finally, let's go to, I have this written down. This game is going on in College Station, 7:30 p.m. tonight at Cougar Field, as the Hitchcock Bulldogs take on the Little River Academy Bumblebees. And this is the District 11 versus District 12 in 3A Division 1.
Which is so fun. All the way across the board.
Was always going to give us some heaters, and this is probably the hottest heater. Academies, we haven't talked a ton about them. Academies, really fun.
The Swolbees are being...
They're excellent. Cavalli Neely, their running back, has been spectacular. Just a sophomore. Casey Mraz, their quarterback, has been excellent. Taking on this Hitchcock team that we know the top-end talent. Lloyd Jones III, the new Texas Tech commit at the quarterback spot, the playmakers they've got. But is their defense consistent enough? And how healthy are they? Because they've been really banged up recently. How healthy are they? If they do not play to their paper, Academy is good enough to beat them. Mm-hmm. And it would be an upset, but not a huge one. It wouldn't be a shock. This is a good Academy squad. The issue for Academy is their defense. They're giving up 30 points a game. Can they shore that up against an explosive Hitchcock team? Fascinating slate of games. You can find everything you need at texasfootball.com/playoffs and then watch dozens and dozens of games live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live tonight and tomorrow night. And we got some Saturday games, right?
Yes, we do have Saturday games. Really small Saturday slate,
yeah,
but some
only
good
9
ones. But Thursday night, I'm telling you, man, the Thursday night slate across the state
Huge.
Is insane.
It's a massive Thursday night.
Yeah.
Dave Campbell's Texan Live is the place to watch it. And then tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. On YouTube, TexanLive.com, and Facebook and Twitter, you can watch Dave Campbell's Texas Football Tonight for whip-around coverage of the biggest games in the state.
Which some of these are on those lists.
For free. Check that out. We are Texas Football Today. We're here every weekday at noon on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at TCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's, and of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Coming up here in just a moment, the exclusive unveiling of the 25 semifinalists.
Let's go.
For the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year award. But first, these goods and services.
I feel like bustin' loose, bustin' loose. Come on, get on up. Oh yeah, get on up. Bustin' loose when you wanna sing. Bustin' loose, baby, do your thing. Talking about bustin' loose, yeah.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Potter, Executive Director of Be Well Texas. Too many people are struggling alone these days, and alcohol and drug deaths are increasing. We started Be Well Texas to offer high-quality, science-based addiction treatment and recovery services anywhere, even at home. We provide compassionate, caring support virtually or in person. In many cases, there is no cost for treatment if you don't have insurance. Really. Welcome to Be Well Texas. We're glad you're here.
Wing is the largest residential drone delivery provider in the world, delivering to your home in less than 30 minutes. Order using an app just like other popular delivery services, and Wing's automated drone takes care of the rest. It's fast, safe, and sustainable, and it's now delivering to parts of Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. You can learn more at wing.com/TexasFootball. Again, that's wing.com/TexasFootball.
Born and bred in Texas hits a little different, as it should. Texas loves doing business with fellow Texans. VCR Now takes its Texas roots as seriously as its many partnerships with schools and universities around the state. It's also why we're so proud to promote our brand in the pages of the Texas Bible, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and on the airwaves of Texas Football Today. Driven by producing quality broadcast video, state-of-the-art audio, and LED video scoreboards at affordable prices, VCR Now makes sure to listen to your needs in its athletic department before recommending the next best steps. Building great products is our business, and it's our focus on building meaningful, long-term partnerships with our clients that sets us apart. From our 24/7, 365-day help desk, the training lab in our hometown of Red Oak, or our sports marketing business plan that puts money back in the hands of our athletic departments we support, VCR Now is built to last. Reach out to us today at info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW. Again, that's info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW.
Welcome back to Texas Football Today. Dave Campbell's Texas Football, the leading publication for all things football in the state of Texas, and the TaxAct Texas Bowl proudly announced the 25 semifinalists for the Mr. Texas Football High School Football Player of the Year Award presented by Kroger. Mr. Texas Football annually recognizes the most outstanding high school football player in the state of Texas. Each week, fans are given a chance to vote for the Player of the Week on TexasFootball.com. In December, 10 finalists will be announced, and fans can then cast their vote as to who should be named Mr. Texas Football. The winner of the 2023 Mr. Texas Football Award, presented by Kroger, will be announced prior to the TaxAct Texas Bowl, which will be played at NRG Stadium in Houston on Wednesday, December 27th. Former winners of the award include the 2018 Heisman Trophy winner and Arizona Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray, who's a two-time winner, 2012 Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Manziel, former Texas Longhorns running back Jonathan Gray, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back Jaquiz Rogers, former Ole Miss quarterback Spencer Sanders, current Ole Miss quarterback Spencer Sanders, and former Dallas Cowboys quarterback Garrett Gilbert. Timpson's Terry Bussey took home the award in 2022. For more information, you can visit TaxActTexasBowl.com or TexasFootball.com. Without further ado, Pickle, let's roll out the 25 semifinalists for the 2023 Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year. Vandergrift quarterback Deuce Adams, Humble Summer Creek linebacker Xavier Atkins, DeSoto quarterback DJ Bailey, Galena Park North Shore quarterback Caleb Bailey, Timpson quarterback Terry Bussey, Canadian quarterback Kaysen Cavalier, Laredo United quarterback Axel Chavez Jr., Cibolo Steel wide receiver Jalen Cooper, Midland Legacy quarterback Marcos Davila, Tidehaven running back Joseph Dodds, Hutto quarterback Will Hammond, Aledo quarterback Hoss Haney, Lake Belton wide receiver Micah Hudson, Collinsville quarterback Logan Jenkins, Willis quarterback DJ Lagway, Sunray quarterback Armando Luan, Silsby wide receiver Draylon Miller, Duncanville wide receiver DeCorian Moore, Monahans quarterback Chino Navarrete, Dallas Christian wide receiver William Speedy Nettles, Gunner quarterback Walker Overman, Benjamin athlete Grayson Rigdon, Columbus quarterback Adam Schobel, Longview running back Taylor Tatum, and Beckville athlete Jacoby Williams. There they are, the 25 semifinalists for the 2023 Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year Award presented by Kroger. We're, of course, proud to partner with the TaxAct Texas Bowl for this. This was a brutal decision.
Yeah.
They only get more brutal from here. Mm-hmm. We put together a list of, I told everybody to put together a list. I think we had about 60.
Yeah, we had 60. I think we got it down to 33.
We got down to 33, and then it's just
and then
it's to the bone.
Yep.
And it's to the bone. But these are the 25 semifinalists for the 2023 Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year, presented by TexasFootball.com or Texas Football in conjunction with the TaxAct Texas Bowl, and presented by our friends at Kroger. You can find more information on TexasFootball.com. We are Texas Football Today. We're here every weekday at noon on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at DCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at TexasFootball.com, TexasFootball.com, where you can find complete coverage of high school football, college football, recruiting all across the Lone Star State. Never been a better opportunity to go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe. You can get the 2023 Dave Campbell's Texas Football Rising, which we just debuted yesterday. You can get that mailed directly to you. It's the only way to get it. It's a subscriber exclusive. And you can start watching high school football games tonight in
Literally
4 hours, 5 hours.
Like,
on
this is
TexanLive.com.
prime time because you get the entire playoffs.
And here's the other thing. You can spin this as an early Christmas gift. You can absolutely spin this. Be like, hey, listen, I want you to have this for football season. I also got you the 2024 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Great gift right now if you go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe. Pickle, let's talk about our friends at TxDOT. Dave Campbell's Texas Football is proud to partner with TxDOT this season as they roll the TxDOT Roadshow into some of the biggest Texas high school football games across the state. Be sure to look for the TxDOT Roadshow at the game, where fans can participate in VR experiences, interactive video screens, quizzes, giveaways, and much more. TxDOT reminds fans to be careful on the road and follow the speed limit. Slow down when there's heavy traffic, road construction, or bad weather, and always buckle up. This week, the TxDOT Roadshow is rolling into LaGrange at Leopard Stadium tomorrow night as Rogers takes on Van Vleck in a 3A Division II by-district matchup. Rogers shook off a slow start to romp through District 13 3A Division II on the strength of their pistol flexbone rushing attack anchored by Bryce Watson and Abraham Hernandez. Van Vleck finished 4th in District 14, but don't be fooled. That's a brutal district, and their wing T rushing attack with Corey Austin and Brett Noster will be very formidable. Which of these teams can shore up their front better in what may be a rainy evening in LaGrange? It's Van Vleck and Rogers, our TxDOT Roadshow game of the week down there in LaGrange. Make sure if you go to the game, you swing by and see our friends at TxDOT at their TxDOT Roadshow. Now we're just going to do the picks, right? Mm-hmm. That's right. Okay, normally I have something else. And
You literally just short-circuited.
I did. I was like, wait a second, there's something I'm forgetting. But I'm not.
I was not going to interrupt your short-circuiting. I was going to let that last for as long as it possibly could.
There's 352 UIL Texas high school football games across the state. There's one person who has the courage to edit this video.
God bless Mallory Hartley.
It's Mallory Hartley. Here's my picks for all 352 UIL Texas high school football playoff games this weekend on Texas Football Today.
It's the first round of the 2023 Texas high school football playoffs with 352 playoff games scattered across the state. Let's do some predictions for 352 of them. These are the picks. Welcome into the Picks, your guide to the Texas high school football weekend. My name is Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. Thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to the greatest show on earth. The Texas high school football playoffs are here, and it is a 6-week sprint to AT&T Stadium where we will crown 12 UIL Texas high school football state champions, and this is going to be a lot of fun. It always is. You can find everything you need for the playoffs at TexasFootball.com/playoffs. We've got brackets, we've got pairings, we've got sleepers, we've got predictions, everything you could possibly need. And this week is particularly special. There's 352 win or go home games scattered across the state. It is the single largest elimination round of any sport anywhere in the world. Seriously. So it is a big fun weekend of 352 games. Are you seeing this? That's right. It's my picks. I'm picking all 352 UIL Texas high school football playoff games this week. I'm either going to mention it out loud or it's going to be scrolling on this side of the screen. Now let me be clear, because I get questions about this every year. If I mention it out loud, it's not going to be on the scroll. And if it's not on the scroll, I'll mention it out loud. But I promise you I'm picking all 352 games. I double-checked. I triple-checked. I quadruple-checked. So save your comments. I promise you I picked it. I might be wrong, but I picked it. Huge games everywhere you look. We start in Garden City. 6:30 p.m. Thursday night in Garden City. It is a Class 1A Division I by-district matchup between the Westbrook Wildcats and the Rankin Red Devils. What are the keys to this matchup? Key number 1, ground and pound. There's a lot of different ways to play six-man football, but these two teams go about it in a similar way, which is running game. They're going to line it up and try to grind it out on the ground. And they have been pretty darn good at doing it. Westbrook's got a number of playmakers, including Keegan Gilbreth and Grayson Jeffrey. On the other side, you've got a number of playmakers on this Rankin running attack led by Barrett Jackson and Angel Gonzalez. These are two teams that are going to want to establish a ground game, and that is going to be critical for the defenses to diagnose. So which of these teams can establish a running game early? Key number 2, the champion's advantage. So Westbrook is the two-time defending 1A Division I state champions. Won it in 2021, ran it back in 2022, and looked like a team that can make it back to AT&T Stadium once again. What Homer Matlock has built there at Westbrook is awfully impressive. When you're the champion, that comes with advantages, and it comes with drawbacks. When you're the champion, you're awfully hard to beat, right? You're a team, obviously, that's at the top of your game, and there's a little bit of an intimidation factor on the other side. But also, you're going to get everyone's best shot. You're not going to sneak up on anybody. The champion's advantage is real, and especially early in the playoffs with a quality opponent on the other side like Rankin. So, can Westbrook use the champion's advantage to their advantage? And key number 3, hello, old friend. These are two teams that know each other very well. Westbrook and Rankin are now playing each other for the 4th time in the last 15 months. Regular season 2022, Westbrook gets a very narrow win over Rankin. Playoffs 2022, Westbrook ends Rankin's season. Regular season 2023, Westbrook drills Rankin 52-0. That was 2 months ago. Now, I think a lot has changed, and this Rankin team is really coming into their own. They were state ranked before they lost their regular season finale to district champion Borden County. This is a Rankin ball club that is very dangerous and I think has grown as the season has gone on. Now, Westbrook's gotten better too, but how much has changed in the last 2 months since these two teams saw each other? Who am I picking? I'm going with Westbrook. The Wildcats have to be your favorite in this one, not just because they're the two-time defending champs and not just because they've already beaten Rankin earlier this season, but I also think that this is the kind of program that gets better when the lights are the brightest. Westbrook has proven time and again over the last 2 years that in playoff games, they are especially hard to beat. One thing that I really like about this Westbrook team is the defense. I think that that is the real key for them to slow down this rushing attack for Rankin. Now for Rankin, the real critical part of this game is going to be their defense, to slow down this rushing attack for Westbrook and keep this game close and win it late. That's the way that you beat a team like Westbrook. But in the end, I think that Parker Matlock, Keegan Gilbreth, and all the playmakers that Westbrook have are too much. Give me the Wildcats. Let's go to 6A Division I now. 7 o'clock Friday night at Monroe Stadium in Austin. It is a 6A Division I by-district matchup between the Vandergrift Vipers and the Lake Travis Cavaliers. Yeah, in round 1. Vandergrift was a team that played for a state championship in the 6A Division II bracket last year, but the way that District 25 6A shook out, the Vipers, who are undefeated, got bumped over the Division I bracket, and their reward is Lake Travis right out of the chute. You want to talk about a huge by-district matchup there in the capital city. This game is going to be a lot of fun. Lake Travis is a lot different than they have been in past years. Specifically, their defense is the real leading charge for this Cavaliers team. Their linebacker, Marcus Boswell, has been great, and their pass defense has been excellent. They've allowed 3 passing touchdowns all year. This secondary is serious. Now, the offense has been more plodding, right? And they haven't necessarily had that breakout game offensively. Furthermore, there's a questionable situation with their quarterback, Caden Leone, who's questionable with injury entering this game. If he can't go, they're going to turn to Chase and Dida. How does that impact things? They need to get their running back, Nico Hamilton, going in this game. For Vandegrift, they've been perfect. You can't really ask a whole lot more of the Vipers. They have been excellent. I think Deuce Adams, the quarterback, has added a new element to this game. And you look at Miles Coleman, their outstanding wide receiver, and Eli Adams. They've got a bevy of weapons on the outside for Deuce Adams to throw to. Furthermore, their defense is giving up 6.7 points per game. Their defense has been a lockdown. This is a real interesting matchup as far as stacking up how the Austin area goes forward. Lake Travis obviously has more history, but Vandegrift has been better of late. I think that this game is going to be close, and I think it's actually going to be pretty low scoring, and both defenses are going to shine. But I think Vandegrift comes away with a win. Give me the Vipers. Let's go to 5A, 7 o'clock Friday night at C.H. Collins Stadium in Denton. It is a 5A Division I bi-district matchup between the Denton Ryan Raiders and the Lake Belton Broncos. We knew that District 3 versus District 4 was going to give us some bi-district heaters, and it delivered. Here is the show. Lake Belton, we know about their superstar wide receiver Micah Hudson, 5-star number 1 prospect according to Dave Campbell's Texas Football in the state of Texas. The Texas Tech commit, one of the very best prospects in all of America. This is a game where the Lake Belton Broncos need the supporting cast, quarterback Elijah Mascarenas, linebacker Garrett Combs, to have a big game. This has got to be a complete team effort for Lake Belton if they're going to win this playoff game. Denton Ryan's had a weird year. I think we can say that now, right? Started off strong, baffling loss to the Colony. Absolutely stunning. But since then, they've kind of gotten their wheels back on, and they've played pretty well, including giving Aledo their toughest test of the year. The defense has been consistently strong. Linebacker Dylan Arkansas leading the way. But this is a game where the offense, which has been inconsistent, has got to have a big game. I think Braden Mussett, their quarterback, has got to be strong in this one. This is hard to call. It's close to a coin flip, but I do think that home field advantage plays a big role in this one. I think the fact that this game is at C.H. Collins is a big advantage for the Raiders. Give me Denton Ryan. Let's go to 4A, 7 o'clock Friday night at Bobcat Stadium in Hallsville. It is a 4A Division II bi-district matchup between the Gilmer Buckeyes and the Center Rough Riders, and we're going to cut the brakes, okay? This is the wildest game of the weekend, and it's not close. This game is going to be nuts. Let me explain what I mean. Gilmer is averaging 52 points a game. They have the 3rd highest scoring offense in 4A Division II. Right? Caden Tennyson, their quarterback, Will Henderson, the running back. These guys can light up the scoreboard. Center has the 4th highest scoring offense in 4A Division II. Emonte Cross, their quarterback, Caden Dixon, their running back, they have been outstanding, putting up 51 points per game. These two offenses are dynamic. Also, they can't stop anybody. Gilmer's defense ranks 67th in 4A Division II. Centers ranks 88th. Okay? The offenses have been carrying the load for both these teams all year long, and the defenses have kind of been passengers, and now they're going to meet. There might be 180 points scored in this game. This is going to be one of the wildest games of the weekend. The only thing that would surprise me would be a low-scoring slugfest. Flip a coin in this one, but I do think Gilmer comes away with a win. To 3A we go, 7:30 p.m. Thursday night at Cougar Field in College Station. It's a 3A Division I bi-district matchup between the Little River Academy Bumblebees and the Hitchcock Bulldogs. Hitchcock, a team with legit state championship aspirations, begins their journey, but they will have to navigate the waters of Region 3, and it starts this week against a very dangerous Academy squad. I love this Bumblebees team. Running back Cavalli Neely, the sophomore, has been a revelation. Quarterback Casey Mraz is a dual threat dynamo. The question for Academy is their defense, giving up about 30 points per game, and that's where I think Hitchcock and their dynamic playmakers, like quarterback Lloyd Jones III, can strike. 2 questions for Hitchcock in this one. 1, can they come up with stops? Their defense has been a little bit up and down, right? And 2, how healthy are they? I know they've been nicked up throughout the course of the year. I think Hitchcock comes away with a win, but keep an eye on this one. I think this game could get dicey. And let's go to 2A, 7 o'clock Thursday night at Cowboy Field in Fremont. It is a 2A Division I bi-district matchup between the Three Rivers Bulldogs and the La Villa Cardinals. There's no such thing as a hipster game, right, when you're talking about win or go home, but this might be as close as it gets because I think this game is low-key awesome and flying under the radar. This La Villa team is coming off their 3rd straight district championship, winning District 16 2A Division I, and a big reason why has been their quarterback, Brandon Felix. He is one of the best kept secrets in Texas. He's been really fun to watch, a dual threat dynamo, and they've got an outstanding defense, especially in the front 7. Three Rivers finished 4th in their district, right? District 15 2A Division I. That's the Refugio Ganado Shiner district. But this is not a 4th place team, okay? This team would win a lot of other districts, and they have playmakers, okay? Caden Solis, their quarterback, is one of the most electrifying players in Texas. Hard stop. 39 touchdowns on the year. They've got an 1,000-yard receiver in Derek Lancaster. They've got a 1,000-yard rusher in Caden Thomas. This team can get after it. The box office matchup here is this Three Rivers offense with all the playmakers they've got against this outstanding La Villa front 7. Who wins out in that one? This game is close. I actually think Three Rivers is going to pull a little bit of an upset. Give me the Bulldogs. But those are far from the only big games in the bi-district round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. Remember, if I don't mention your game out loud, my pick is scrolling on this side of the screen. Let's get to the lightning round. In 6A Division 1, I'm going with Rockwall Heath over Saxe. Give me Alvin Shadow Creek in a close one over Clear Springs. And a tough one to call in DFW. I like Allen over Louisville. 6A Division 2 now. Cowboy Fight Never Dies. I like Coppell over Denton Geyer. And give me Spring Decaney in a close one over Conroe Oak Ridge. Converse Judson edges San Antonio Clark. And I like Houston Heights over Houston Memorial. 5A Division 1 now. I like Magnolia West over Houston Madison. Give me San Antonio Southside over Victoria West. And one of the most dangerous 4 seeds in the state gets a win. I like Lancaster over LaPorte. To 5A Division 2 we go. Give me Denison over Marshall. And way out west, I like El Paso Chapin over Abilene Cooper. I like San Antonio Burbank just barely over San Antonio Veterans Memorial. And give me Leander Rouse over Austin McCallum. 4A Division 1 now, I like Canyon Randall over Burke Burnett. And give me Lumberton over Athens. Give me Kennedale over Alvarado. And Burnett squeaks by Somerset. 4A Division 2 now, give me Gatesville over Gonzales. Bandera squeaks by Jarrell. And I like Glen Rose over Midland Greenwood. 3A Division 1 now, I think Dalhart upsets district champion Denver City. Give me Jefferson over Pottsboro. And San Diego gets by Corpus Christi London. To 3A Division 2 we go. I like Childress over Abernathy. And DeKalb takes down ARP. Comanche takes down Henrietta. And give me Rogers over Van Vleck. To 2A Division 1 we go. I like Stanford in a close one over Forsan. Axtell stays perfect with a win over Valley Mills. And give me Cooper to take down Frankston. To 2A Division 2 we go. I like Ropes over Rawls. And Seymour takes down Celeste. One of the toughest games to call in the state, I like Granger over Burton. And give me Deweyville over Mount Enterprise. And we're getting to the good stuff early in 6-man football. In 1A Division 1, I like Erie County over May. And in 1A Division 2, give me Cherokee over Zephyr. And Balmorhea takes down Loop. And those are the picks. I picked all 352 Texas high school football playoff games this weekend. I either mentioned it out loud or it was scrolling on the side of the screen. And so now you can tell me gently, what am I wrong about? Leave comments down below. Don't forget that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And of course, see us at texasfootball.com, where you can find complete coverage of the 2023 Texas High School Football Playoffs at texasfootball.com/playoffs. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the first round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. We'll see you.
An unnervingly long episode of the picks.
You're cruel.
Every game, all 352 of them picked. I guarantee I got at least one of them right. If I don't, I'll say this. If I go 0 for 352,
Hang it in the Louvre.
if I go 0 for 352,
That rocks. That deserves an Hall of Fame ballot.
this is my last show. No, I'll do a show tomorrow, but this is my last. This is my last week of shows.
Because
I'll quit.
we already pre-recorded.
I'll quit. I'm gonna do the Mad Dog Russo thing, and
Yep.
I'm gonna be like, I will retire if I go 0 for 352.
I don't think your wife is gonna like that.
I'll retire.
Okay.
My wife's probably not going to be associated with me if I go 0 for 352.
Fair.
Right? That's on YouTube.
She's
if
like,
you missed,
forget the salary. I can't believe you went 0 for 352.
That's on YouTube. If you want to go check it, if you missed some of the scroll and stuff like that. And by the way, I've already got people who are like, "Oh, you missed this game."
Like, no, it's in the scroll, my dude.
I think I explained it twice in the video. Like, I don't know what I have to do. They're all there, guys. I promise you, they're
Yes.
all there. I counted.
Mallory had to go back and redo the scroll too to make sure they were all there.
Right. Anyway, you can see it on YouTube. Let's go to Ashley Pickle for America's second favorite segment. Final thoughts.
WTF not coming up at 2 o'clock today. So
No.
ironically enough, in the best way possible, and this is totally on me, when I was laying out our format at the beginning of the year, because that way we know that we've crossed off each region, I straight up skipped this week. Like, I went from November 2nd to November 16th, and we only have 2 regions left. That's Houston and DFW. So it actually worked out in the best possible way because this is one of our busiest weeks of the year. So we're just not doing a show. We have a ton of other stuff that we need to get done. That being said, we will be releasing the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Tonight Spotlight games on our social media channels. So if you will stay tuned there.
We don't get it on TFT? Like, I felt like we're the spiritual heir to WTF.
I didn't think about it until after we were already doing today. I've been a little busy.
What What are we doing here?
I was scheduling regional final volleyball games is why I didn't think of it. Regional final volleyball games kick off tomorrow, Friday.
Really beefed up this show.
I'm sorry. I was twiddling my thumbs and I completely forgot.
Apology accepted. You are, above all things, very lazy.
Yes, I will do better.
Especially this week. All of us, very lazy. Yeah, so...
like a beaten rag doll and he's like, more!
Yeah. Anything else?
No. No.
No.
Dave Campbell's Texas Football Tonight happening tomorrow night. Tune in. Great spotlight games. And then we do a hefty thing of mailbag tomorrow.
Yeah, big.
And you're going to be on the call tomorrow.
Big beefy mailbag for Lake Travis Vandergrift tomorrow.
There's a lot of things going on.
A lot of things going on. You have some laminating to do.
I do have laminating to do. I need to get to that like right now because
are they still over there?
Yep.
You can show the people what you're going to be doing.
Oh yeah.
These are my spotter boards.
Tepper's boards, like
These
all
my
of
spotter
these.
boards.
And
Yeah.
I'm not doing it because he tells me that I have to do it. I'm doing them because like laminating is my favorite thing in the world, and it gives me 10 minutes of not having to deal with people.
Mm-hmm.
So no one better come mess up my laminating.
Anyway, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at texasfootball.com. For Ashley Pickle, I'm Greg Tepper. Vince Young, please meet your Player of the Year trophy. We'll see you tomorrow for Helpful Hunter Mailbag Friday on Texas Football Today.